Can you imagine a single disease wiping out a huge portion of the world's population? This horrifying thought has been a reality multiple times throughout history. Welcome to the intriguing world of pandemics, where we unravel the mysteries and impacts of some of the most notable health crises humanity has ever faced. From the eerie whispers of the past to the stark realities of the present, pandemics have left indelible marks on our global narrative. Let's take a step back in time to the 14th century. Picture the world gripped by the Black Death, a plague that decimated about a third of the entire European population. The streets were filled with the chilling sounds of "Bring Out Your Dead" as carts trundled through the narrow lanes picking up the deceased. Fast forward to the early 20th century. The world was caught off guard by the Spanish flu, an influenza pandemic that infected a third of the world's population. It was a silent killer, claiming more lives than the Great War that preceded it. And in the blink of an eye, or so it seems, we find ourselves in the midst of another pandemic. The novel coronavirus, or COVID-19 as it's commonly known, has swept across the globe, changing the way we live, work, and interact with each other. Each of these pandemics has had profound impacts on global populations. They've left behind a trail of death and devastation, but also sparked advancements in medicine and public health. They've shown us the importance of global cooperation in the face of shared threats. We'll be delving deeper into the comparative analysis of these pandemics in the upcoming scenes. We'll look at their origins, spread, and the lessons they've taught us, lessons that could potentially shape our response to future health crises. Before we dive in, if you enjoy learning about history and science, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. So stay tuned as we embark on this fascinating journey through the annals of pandemic history. The Black Death and the Spanish flu, two pandemics that occurred centuries apart but had similarly devastating effects. But how were they different? Let's delve into the eerie past. The Black Death, also known as the bubonic plague, was a terrifying specter that swept across Europe in the 14th century. Originating in Asia, it was transported via merchant ships, its deadly cargo of fleas and rats harboring the Yersinia pestis bacteria. In contrast, the Spanish flu was an H1N1 influenza virus, emerging in the final year of the First World War. Its origins remain a mystery, with theories ranging from France to China, and even Kansas in the United States. The spread of these two pandemics also starkly differed. The Black Death was largely propagated by fleas and rats, spreading at a pace dictated by the speed of human travel in the Middle Ages. Conversely, the Spanish flu, spread through human contact and airborne droplets, exploited the conditions of a world at war, with mass troop movements and crowded military camps acting as accelerants. In terms of mortality, the Black Death was a ruthless reaper, claiming an estimated 75 to 200 million lives, wiping out nearly 60% of Europe's population. The Spanish flu, while less deadly per case, infected a third of the global population and resulted in an estimated 50 million deaths due to its highly infectious nature. The societal and economic impacts of both pandemics were profound. The Black Death disrupted feudal societies, leading to labor shortages and social upheaval, which eventually paved the way for the Renaissance. The Spanish flu, on the other hand, struck a world already reeling from the Great War, exacerbating post-war recovery and influencing societal norms, notably in public health policies. These pandemics changed the course of history. But wait, there's more. If you're finding this interesting, hit the like button and stay tuned for more. Now let's compare a historical pandemic with a contemporary one, the Spanish flu and COVID-19. The Spanish flu, which swept the globe in the aftermath of World War I, and COVID-19, our current worldwide health crisis, might seem worlds apart. They occurred in vastly different eras, marked by leaps in medical advancements, technology, and societal structures, yet they are eerily similar in some ways. The Spanish flu, also known as the 1918 influenza pandemic, infected around one-third of the world's population. It was an H1N1 virus, not unlike the strain that would cause another pandemic in 2009. In contrast, COVID-19 is caused by a novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, and emerged in late 2019. In terms of global response, there's a stark difference between the two pandemics. The Spanish flu hit a world still reeling from the Great War, with communication and health infrastructure severely lacking. Information about the disease was often censored to maintain morale, leading to widespread misinformation and panic. On the other hand, the response to COVID-19 has been marked by an unprecedented global collaboration among scientists, health professionals, and governments. Medical advancements have also played a significant role in shaping the course of these pandemics. In 1918, the concept of viruses was still relatively new, and vaccines were not yet a reality. Today, we have a better understanding of how diseases spread and how to prevent them. Within a year of COVID-19's emergence, multiple vaccines were developed and rolled out at an extraordinary pace. However, societal changes have also influenced the spread and impact of these pandemics. Globalization and increased travel have facilitated the rapid spread of COVID-19, something that was less of a factor during the Spanish flu era. Yet, for all their differences, these pandemics share striking similarities. They both exposed and exacerbated social and economic inequalities, challenged public health systems, and changed the world in profound ways. Despite the many differences, these pandemics share one common trait: their profound impact on humanity. Looking back at these pandemics, what lessons can we learn? A poignant question that begs for reflection. Let's dive in. Our journey begins with the Black Death, a catastrophic event that mercilessly claimed millions of lives in the 14th century. The lesson here? The importance of quarantine. The word itself hails from the Italian quaranta giorni, meaning 40 days, a practice initiated in Venice to isolate ships arriving from plague-affected regions. This lesson has echoed through the ages, shaping public health policies and emphasizing the necessity of isolation during disease outbreaks. Moving on to the Spanish flu, a pandemic that swept across the globe in the early 20th century, we learn the value of transparency. The Spanish flu was, in fact, no more Spanish than any other flu. Spain, being neutral in World War I, didn't censor its press, thus freely reporting the flu's severity, while other countries kept mum to maintain morale. This led to the misnomer. The lesson? Open, transparent communication is vital in managing public health crises. Fast forward to the present, the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us numerous lessons. One of the most significant is the power of science and research. The development of several vaccines in less than a year is a testament to what humanity can achieve when we unite in the face of a common enemy. It's a clear demonstration of how critical scientific research and collaboration are in tackling global health issues. Each pandemic also underscores the importance of societal behaviors. The role of personal hygiene, social distancing, wearing masks, and the responsibility each individual holds in curbing the spread of disease cannot be overstated. Lastly, these pandemics have highlighted the need for robust healthcare systems and the crucial role of healthcare workers who are often on the front lines, risking their lives to save others. So we see that each pandemic, while devastating, has shaped our understanding and our response to public health crises. They've fundamentally influenced our societies, our behaviors, and our policies. History has a way of repeating itself, and these lessons are crucial in preventing future pandemics. We must remember, learn, and apply these lessons to ensure a healthier, safer future for all. So, how do these pandemics compare in your view? As we've delved into the depths of history, we've unearthed the tales of three of the most impactful pandemics humanity has experienced: the Black Death, the Spanish flu, and COVID-19. Each, in their own era, brought with it a unique set of challenges and lessons. The Black Death, a plague that wiped out a third of Europe's population in the 14th century, taught us about the importance of quarantine measures. The Spanish flu in the early 20th century underlined the need for swift responses and transparent communication. And in our own time, COVID-19 has highlighted the critical role of technology and global cooperation in combating pandemics. But now we'd like to hear from you. How do you perceive these pandemics in comparative light? Which do you think left the most profound impact, and why? How do you think we, as a global community, have evolved in our response to pandemics over the centuries? Your perspectives, opinions, and insights matter. They add color and depth to the discussion, enriching our collective understanding. And while we're on the topic of sharing thoughts, we'd also love to hear what other subjects you're curious about. What historical events would you like to see examined under our lens? What scientific phenomena have you always wanted to understand better? Or perhaps there's a philosophical conundrum that's been keeping you up at night. Whatever it is, let us know in the comments. We want to tailor our content to your interests, to spark your curiosity and keep you engaged. Remember, your insights are valuable. Let us know in the comments what other topics you'd like us to explore. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.